Welcome to Rachel Rants. I love babies. I loved my babies from the moment I had them. Actually, even before I had them, when they were still in there moving around, I would love nothing than to feel them moving around, and anybody else could feel free to feel it moving around. I just love that. I love when they're born. I love, blowing on their little bellies and giving them kisses and singing them to sleep. I love all that stuff. I've had 4 babies and I've done a lot. I've got a grandchild and I do it with him. When I had my 3rd child, my husband and I decided that I would stay home. It was cheaper than daycare, really expensive. And so I stayed home for a while and I had another one. So I've got 2 at home and 2 in school. And a bunch of different people said, why don't you open a daycare and you can, make some money while you're at home anyway? Well, no thanks. Okay. Other people's kids? No way. Because you know what? My kids mind. That's right. I mean, are they perfect? No, I'm not going to even pretend that they are. But they get a swat. They get a little spanking once in a while. And if I'm watching your kid and I feel it's appropriate, I will spank them. Do I, haul off and beat the crap out of the kid? No, come on, let's not get stupid. But kids sometimes need a swat to, get them back in line. Okay, and talking back, no. Grandma will smack your mouth, My daughter knows that I'm like that, and she's fine with it. After the first time I did it, she smacked his mouth too, screaming in my face. I don't think so, mister. So anyway, no thank you on the daycare. I can't do it. I got to be able to spank, and most people don't want that. My sisters, I've watched their kids, they've watched mine. We've watched each other's, and we're fine with it. But everybody is not like that, and I will tell you up front, your kid is at my house, and you're not disciplining them. If I feel it's necessary, I will do it. Whenever, 1-year-olds and younger than that, I mean, they're going to cry sometimes, and you can't help it. But you know what? If you're somewhere important and your child starts acting up and crying, the appropriate thing to do is take the child and leave. If you're at a wedding or if you're at church or, you're in the movies or whatever. I don't know why you would take a baby to the movies, but whatever. If it starts crying and it won't, shut it, then you get up with the child and you leave. I mean, that should be the normal thing for everybody to do. Those of you who let your kids scream in the movie theater, I hate your guts. Just go. Just take your child and get the hell out. If my kid's crying, I take my kid out. You can do the same. The grocery store, okay? My kids are, they ask for stuff and they whine a little bit, and a little bit is okay, but when it starts getting ugly, it's time to go. And you're getting a swat. Sometimes one or the other, sometimes both. And I don't want to hear it from anybody else. If I swat my child, that is none of your business. I'm not going to swat your child, but I'll give him the look. You better believe it. Screaming child, you just look at him, give him that horrible, I hate you look. A lot of times they'll and shut the hell up for at least a couple minutes to get some peace and quiet. I don't know how many times I have left the store early because some screaming child is around here somewhere, and I hate it. Everybody hates that. If your child is screaming, you take it home. You get out of here. Everybody else does not want to hear that. It's just rude. And how can pacifiers, should you use them, should you not, it's bad for their teeth, whatever. I have no problem with pacifiers with small children. But a 5-year-old in a cart, which is stupid anyway, the child should be able to walk along with you. But with a pacifier, you have got to be kidding me. If a child can talk, they can take their pacifier out and say, I want some cookies, and put it back in, It's time to let it go, folks. Come on. I mean, what kind of kid are you going to have if you just let it have stick something in its mouth and, I mean, it's disgusting. I don't know. It's just weird. I was at a grocery store one time, for kids throwing fits, okay? I'm at a grocery store. I am listening to this little kid, 5, 6 years old, whining at grandma. I want to push the cart. I want to push the cart. Please let me push the cart. Blah, blah, blah. Grandma saying, no, you can't push the cart. No, you can't push the cart. And it's like, it's getting irritating already. And she finally kneels down, gets on the child's level, and I'm thinking, oh, great. She's going to, I don't want to hear it anymore or whatever type of discipline. But she gets down there and she's talking to the child, and then a minute later, the kid is pushing the cart. Well, guess what? That means if you throw a fit for long enough, the person will give in. Okay, that is stupid. You're teaching the child to throw a fit if it doesn't get its way. And, if I scream and yell long enough or whine enough, then I'll get my way. Well, you're screwing it up for the rest of us. Take care of your own kids.